At my daughter's university scholarship dinner, my parents gave her designated award seat to my sister's 19-year-old son. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a mix-up. They did it on purpose. My mother looked at my daughter with a sweet, patronizing smile. "Lily, sweetie, you already won the scholarship. Your name is on the plaque. But your cousin Leo has had such a hard year and didn't get into any college. We decided he should sit at the award table with the dean to feel inspired. You can sit at the family table in the very back near the kitchen." My sister Sarah smirked, patting her son on the shoulder. "Yeah, Lily, don't be selfish. Let Leo have the spotlight for once. You already have everything anyway." I sat at the table and watched my 18-year-old daughter. Her eyes welled with tears. She had worked 80-hour weeks all through high school, maintained a perfect 4.0 GPA, and won a highly competitive state academic scholarship that covered 100% of her tuition and housing. She had been so excited for this dinner. I didn't scream. I didn't throw the wine glass at Sarah. I didn't give them the dramatic scene they could use to call me bitter. I just said understood. Then I opened my Fidelity app under the table. Within 48 hours, Leo was blocked from graduation rehearsals at his private prep academy. My sister was facing a $32,000 out-of-pocket tuition bill, and my parents' phone lines were dead. They forgot that the only reason Leo was even attending that private school was because of my monthly checks. They forgot who owned the college savings accounts they were counting on. They forgot who was quietly carrying the weight of the entire family. My name is Audrey Ward. I am 41 years old, and I work as a senior financial controller for a major international shipping firm. My job is all about numbers, budgets, and cold logistics. I spend my days analyzing spreadsheets, finding financial leaks, and making hard decisions under pressure. It has taught me to keep my head cool when everyone else is reacting with emotion. My daughter Lily is 18. She is a brilliant, quiet girl who spent her high school years volunteering at the local library and studying late into the night. Her father walked out on us when she was a toddler, and since then, it has been the two of us against the world. My parents, Evelyn and Arthur, have spent their lives enabling my younger sister, Sarah. Sarah is 38, and she has always been the golden child. If Sarah wanted piano lessons, my parents paid for them. If Sarah crashed her car, they bought her a new one. When Sarah married her husband, Marcus, they bought a house they couldn't afford. When they had their 2 children, Leo and Maya, they immediately realized they couldn't afford their lifestyle. That was when my parents came to me quietly. "Audrey, you have that great corporate salary," my mother whispered 4 years ago. "Sarah is struggling. We want the kids to go to the private preparatory academy so they have a good start. We need to help them. We are family." So, I helped. I set up an automatic monthly transfer of $1,500 from my checking account to the private academy to cover Leo and Maya's tuition. I also established a 529 college savings plan for both Leo and Maya under my name, quietly depositing $500 a month into it. Over the years, that fund grew to $48,000. I paid for my parents' cell phone plan. I paid for the family vacation cabin rental every summer. Every single year, I was silently routing over $25,000 of my hard-earned money to keep my sister's family comfortable. They didn't thank me. Sarah treated my financial support like a minor administrative detail she was entitled to. Leo treated his private school education like a birthright. They often mocked me at family dinners for being obsessed with work and corporate, contrasting my lifestyle with Sarah's warm, family-first home. The trigger happened at the State Scholarship Foundation Gala. It was a prestigious black-tie dinner held in a grand hotel ballroom. The top 20 scholarship recipients in the state were being honored. Each student was assigned a table at the very front of the ballroom, the scholarship table, with seats for the student, their parents, and the university dean. I had purchased tickets for myself, Lily, my parents, and Sarah. When we arrived, we found that Sarah had brought Leo along without buying a ticket. As we walked toward the front tables, my mother stopped Lily. Arthur and I talked about it, my mother said, gesturing to Leo. Lily, you should go sit at the guest table in the back. Let Leo sit at the scholarship table next to the dean. Leo needs to network. He needs to feel what it's like to be successful so he can get his life together. I froze. Mom, this is Lily's award dinner. She is the one who won the scholarship. The seat is reserved in her name. Sarah stepped in, crossing her arms. Oh, Audrey, don't be so rigid. Lily already has the scholarship. She doesn't need to show off. Leo has been feeling so down since he failed his midterm prep exams. It's just a chair. Why do you always have to make everything about Lily? My father nodded. Your sister is right, Audrey. Family is about supporting the one who is down. Lily is strong. She can sit in the back. I looked at Leo. He was wearing a rented tuxedo that I had paid for, smirking as he stood next to my father. I looked at Lily. Her head was down, and she was biting her lip to keep from crying. She had worked so hard for this night, and her own grandparents were telling her she wasn't important enough to sit at her own award table. I didn't yell. I didn't make a scene. Understood, I said. My mother smiled, looking relieved. Good. I'm glad you're being reasonable. Come on, Lily, I said quietly, taking my daughter's hand. Where are you going? Sarah called out. The dinner is starting. We're leaving, I said. We walked out of the ballroom before the first course was served. In the taxi on the way home, Lily finally let her tears fall. I'm sorry, Mom, she whispered. I ruined the dinner. You did nothing wrong, Lily, I said, putting my arm around her. You earned that seat, and I will never let anyone make you feel second best again. As soon as we got home and I tucked her in, I went to my home office. I sat at my desk and pulled out my phone. First, I opened my Fidelity portal. I went to the recurring transfers and deleted the automatic $1,500 monthly payment to the private prep academy. Second, I logged into the 529 college savings plan I had established for Leo and Maya. Since the account was legally in my name as the owner and I had funded it entirely, I had full control over the funds. I changed the beneficiary of the entire $48,000 account from Leo and Maya to Lily, allocating it for her future graduate school or study abroad program. Third, I logged into my Verizon business account and removed my parents' lines from my corporate family plan. I did it all in less than 5 minutes. On Monday morning, the financial dominoes began to fall. At 9:15 a.m., my phone started ringing. It was the private academy's registrar. I let it go to voicemail. At 9:30 a.m., my sister, Sarah, called. I blocked the call. At 10 a.m., my mother tried to call. The call failed because her phone line had been deactivated. By Tuesday afternoon, I had 42 missed calls and a flood of frantic text messages from Sarah on my messaging apps. Sarah, Audrey, the academy just called me. They said Leo's tuition payment bounced. They said if we don't pay the remaining balance of $9,000 by Friday, Leo won't be allowed to walk at graduation. Call them and fix the card. Sarah, why aren't you answering? Mom and Dad's phones are cut off too. What is going on? My father sent an email. Audrey, call your sister immediately. The academy is threatening to suspend Leo, and we have no cell service. Your mother is in a panic. I didn't reply to any of them. On Saturday morning, my parents and Sarah drove to my house. I saw them pull up in the sedan I had helped Sarah buy. Sarah got out of the car, her face pale and furious. My parents followed her, looking older and tired. I opened the front door, but kept the security screen door locked. Audrey, Sarah screamed through the screen. Are you insane? You canceled the tuition payments. Leo can't get his diploma. The school is withholding it until the balance is paid. That's correct, Sarah, I said, my voice level. Why would you do this to your own family? My mother wept, holding on to my father's arm. Over a seating arrangement, it was just a dinner. It wasn't just a dinner, I said. It was Lily's achievement. She spent 4 years earning that scholarship. You took her seat and gave it to Leo because you wanted to show her that her hard work doesn't matter compared to Leo's feelings. If Leo's education is in jeopardy because I stopped paying, then you should have thought about that before you humiliated my daughter. My father stepped forward, his eyes dark. You are a selfish, bitter woman, Audrey. You've always been jealous of Sarah. You think your money gives you the right to control us. My money kept Leo in private school, I replied. My money paid for your phones. My money kept this family afloat while you all sat around telling me I was too corporate to understand family warmth. Well, now you can enjoy all that family warmth without my corporate cash. Sarah pointed her finger at me. Where are we supposed to find $9,000 by Monday? And what about the college fund? The bank said the account balance is zero. The college fund belonged to me, I said. I moved it. It's now Lily's graduate school fund. As for the $9,000, I suggest you sell the car you're driving. Or Marcus can work overtime. We'll never forgive you for this, Sarah spat. You're dead to us. Understood, I said. I closed the heavy wooden door and locked it. A year has passed since that dinner. Leo didn't get to walk at his graduation. My sister couldn't pay the balance, and he had to receive his diploma in the mail months later. Without the college fund, he couldn't enroll in the private university they had chosen. He is currently working as a stalker at a local supermarket. My parents had to switch to a prepaid phone plan. They no longer speak to me. Lily is currently finishing her freshman year at her university. She is on the dean's list, majoring in biochemistry. Last week, she was packing her bag for a summer research internship, and I saw her tuck the Scholarship Gala program into her folder. Why do you keep that old program, Lily? I asked. Lily smiled. Because it reminds me of the night you showed me that my hard work actually matters, and that I never have to let anyone take my seat. I hugged her tight. Maybe some people think I went too far. Maybe they think I should have let my nephew have the seat, sat in the back, and kept paying the bills just to keep the peace. But those people have never seen the look on a child's face when they realize their own family doesn't care about their hard work. My daughter has her seat now, and she will never have to sit in the back again.